Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's the JRPG enthusiast Shadow Elite coming at you guys with another video. So, what do we have this time? We have Final Fantasy Type-0 HD news. A lot of news came out about Final Fantasy Type-0 HD. And first off, before you say anything, the reason you're seeing Tales of Xillia 2 game footage is because I'm playing the game and I'm pretty much trying to beat the game as quickly as I possibly can to review it. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of information about Type-0 HD. So you know, the biggest thing, you know, I gotta give Square Enix a round of applause. You know, everybody gives Square Enix a round of applause. You know, let's come on, give them a round of applause. Come on. Okay, that's it. That's all they deserve. Okay, all right. So yeah, reason I'm saying that is because they actually announced a game with a suitable release date. Or suitable release window. They didn't just, you know, announce the game and then, oh, it's gonna come out 2, 3, 4 years down the road. No, it's actually coming out a year after they announce it, which I can't believe it, you know, because, you know, used to be Square Enix, you know, immediately as they got the freaking okay from the board of directors to make a game, they just, you know, announce it, and then the game doesn't come out for another 3 or 4 years. So, you know, finally, good job, Square Enix. But the reason they did it this time. And the reason they did it right this time was because the Type-0 HD version has been in development since mid-2012. And the game was pretty much done localizing back in 2011, but didn't see a release because the PSP was pretty much dying and there was no value in it outside of Japan, so they just said, fuck it. So I can't believe it. You know, I can't believe it. We'll be playing this game probably around this time next year, around August of next year. I believe that's what they are saying. So that's pretty interesting. So now I have to get a PS4 soon. I don't know when. Probably around the holiday season. I don't know. But I'm very much looking forward to playing Type-0. The game is still on, of course, the PS4 and Xbox One, and it's releasing on those consoles. Primarily, the biggest reason they were releasing on those consoles is pretty much because of Final Fantasy 15 versus 13, whatever. They want to make sure they can maximize the install base of the people that have the Xbox One and the PS4. So when 15 releases, they can maximize sales, you know, so they make sure, you know, and make sure they have a big enough audience and they garner a whole new generation of gamers and stuff like that and whatnot. And to be rather honest, I do think it's an underhanded tactic to just, you know, it's all about money. It's all about money to them. They want to make sure their number one game right now is Final Fantasy 15. They want to make sure that game maximizes in sales. So it's just, it pretty much is for sales reason. They need a big enough reason for people to go out and get an Xbox One and a PS4. So Type-0 is that big enough reason. So when people have it, they'll make sure people will have the consoles so they can buy Final Fantasy 15. I'm pretty sure it's understood that this game can run on the Vita, but they just decided to go with the PS4 because of Final Fantasy 15, pretty much. That's another thing I want to discuss. A lot of people are like butthurt because it's not on the Vita. There was a whole thing like a couple of weeks back, probably about a month or so back, about no Vita, no buy stuff. And I guess I could see the relevance to it now because, you know, Type-0 was on the PSP, it deserves to be on the Vita. I'm just gonna say this. I did play the English patch of Type-0 on my computer or my laptop here, and I love the way it looks because, you know, the emulator that you can use to play PSP games kind of upscales everything a little bit and makes everything look a little bit more crisp and clean, and it just looks, wow, it looks really good for a PSP game. And I honestly forgot that I was playing a PSP game. I was just playing it on my laptop, and I was like, wow, there's a good reason why they're doing this, because it honestly looks good. It looks better on the bigger screen, not gonna lie. But that's all I'm going to say on the subject. I know some people have, you know, problems with that. Doesn't really mean anything to me, because even though I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, I'm going to eventually get one. Pretty much about this time next year, I'll have one. And I think the mindset you guys got to be in when you finally play this game next year is that this is originally a PSP game. It's a PSP game through and through, so it's not going to be made from the ground up for the PS4 and Xbox One. It's not going to be made taking advantage of the PS4 and Xbox One's full capabilities. It's just pretty much just being ported over, which, you know, just upscaled, you know, high resolution, you know, textures and whatnot, and that's pretty much it. This is a PSP game. They're not going completely overhauling the game, almost like they did with Final Fantasy X HD. That was pretty much the same thing, but I think they put a lot of extra work in there. But I don't think they're going that far this time. Just don't have your hopes up about the way it looks. The next thing that's the biggest thing about it is that it's not going to affect the development of Final Fantasy 15 at all, because it's pretty much done if it's coming out next year. They say it was 80% complete, so it's not affecting the development of Final Fantasy 15, which thank God, because when are we ever going to get that game? 2016, 2017? I'm banking on that kind of window here. You know, so I'm just hoping that remains true. This is Square Enix again. So yeah, those are my thoughts about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. You guys think it's an underhand tactic for us just to have this game on the PS4 and Xbox One, just so it can maximize the sales of 15. I kind of think it's over. It's a freaking it's a cop out. So that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later. Peace. Vita still has games though.